Hello, good afternoon. My name is Bridget Cochran. Bridget Cochran. I have a franchise with host agency Dreams Vacation. And the purpose of this video is to give you first-time cruisers some tips on just first-time cruising and the whole booking process. So very specifically, I met a gentleman or someone reached out to me via the global internet, Aaron, and he was interested in attending um, a cruise that I was trying to gather for single Christians. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of interest, so the group was never established. But Aaron, this video is for you. I just wanted to, like I said, I was going to send you some information and send you a few links on just being a first time cruiser. So hopefully, this information is very insightful and helpful to you, and hopefully, I can be that travel agent that will help you book your first cruise. So just bear with me while I get things set up here. And once again, thank you for reaching out to me via the web. And just glad to hopefully I can be of service to you. So just give me 1 second here while I get this information so I can share my page with you set up. Just give me 1 second. Okay, Aaron. So I'm just trying to get it set up where, let's see here. I'm trying to make the screen bigger. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to start. So first, like I mentioned, Aaron, if you go to Bridget.Cochran at dreams.dreamvacations, um, it'll take you right to my webpage here. Okay. You'll see my entire webpage, Dream Vacations, and then you'll see Bridget Cochran out of Blacklick, Ohio, Dreams Vacations. So as I was stating, as a first time cruiser, if you go under deals and just click under solo cruises, once you click on that, it gives you just information on solo cruising, learning why cruising is so great for solo travelers. So it just gives you the benefits of cruising solo, or if you have one companion, I still consider that kind of solo because it's just you and another person, and or if you just decide to go by yourself, it's the same information. So, how solo cruising works, the solo cruise experience. And as I stated before, these are the best cruise lines for solo travelers. So you have Norwegian Cruise Line, you have Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, which was that group. Single Christian cruise group that I was trying to get together to go on their new lady ship, Brilliant Lady. Holland American has that single cruiser supplemental rate. Celebrity Costa Cruises, which they're based out of Europe. Just so you know, so if you're very wanting to tour, do a cruise directly from Europe, this would be a good like local option. Then you have Canard Line and Ama Waterways, which is river cruising. Okay. And these are some of the top destinations for solo travelers. Barcelona, Spain, you got Centauri, Greece, you have Aruba, St. Lucia, and Dubrovnik, Croatia. So these are just some, favorite hotspots for solo travelers. So when you have a chance, you can just go to my webpage, go under deals. Like I said, click under solo cruising, and that just gives you some information that may answer some of your questions about cruising. Another thing, if you go back, just click on Dreams Vacations. And if you scroll down to the bottom of my page, you can see there's some information about Meet Your Travel Advisor. So that's just a little information about me. And then if you click on this link, this is a direct link to Virgin Voyages. It'll take you right to their supplier page, and you can book directly from their page, and you'll be affiliated with me as your travel advisor. Sandals and Beaches is another supplier that I have here, um, and this is ETS Faith Journeys. So this is very specific. ETS Faith Journeys is faith-based tours and journeys. For all walks of faith, or like-minded folks, whatever your faith is. And I'm actually going on a trip to the Holy Land. Actually, I'll be leaving Tuesday. It's 8 days, 7 nights. So hopefully I'll be able to share some information with you about that. But yeah, if you're interested in that type of journey, I'm actually going with a group. It's a group of other travel agents. So I'm actually going with a group. So if you're just very specifically wanting to do um, a group cruise, then that would be, a good option for you. Just click on that link. Okay, but if you go to the bottom of this page, and another thing is this is a link. If you click on this link called Travel Tips and Facts. So if you click on that, I know you said you had a lot of questions about just being a first-time cruiser, or just general questions about travel. If you go to here, it gives you a lot of information: cruise planning and tips, cruise lines and ports, what you need to know before you go, reservation information, resort vacation packages. And these are just some of the top questions that people generally ask. Like, why should I book my vacation with, Dreams Vacations? What is the cheapest month of the year to go on a cruise? So I know you said you had a lot of questions that you were thinking of, or maybe that you weren't thinking of yet. So if you go here, you'll be able to scroll through and it'll answer a lot of your questions, or you can type it in here, what specific question you have, and some information will come up. Like you mentioned, my passport is expired. So here's an article on how can I get a passport for my cruise? Because I know you said yours is expired, and then it'll just bring you up some information. If you don't already have a passport, you must apply for one in person. If your passport is expired, you may be able to renew it through the mail. So it gives you very specific information. You can go to travelstate.gov and things like that. So And so any questions that aren't there, if you just, have like you're not sure what your question is, you can just type it in the search and it'll bring up information. And when it comes to your passport, I can assist you also with getting your passport renewed since it's expired. That's something, that I can assist you with as well, okay? Or at least give you to a good agency that provides those services. Okay, so we're going to click out of this, go back to the main page. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back up here. So as I stated, the group cruise that I was trying to establish was called uh, through Virgin Voyages, their new lady ship, Brilliant Lady. They just it's their newest ship, their fourth ship in their series, and their first uh, cruise out of Miami was, I believe, October. So the ship is fairly new. So if you go here, if you click under cruises, actually, if you go here, you click under cruises, and you can click under all cruise lines, and that brings you up everything: departure date, departure ports, cruise lengths, cruise lines. I didn't want to give you too much information because it's a lot. So I wanted to show you some very specific information about that cruise you were interested in. So we're going to click under cruise line, and then we're going to select Virgin Voyage. As you can see, they're all the main ones. Well, pretty much they're all listed here. Um, these are the mainstream cruise lines. And then you have the luxury cruise lines, and things like that. So we're going to click under Virgin Voyages. Okay. I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to click done. And then, so we're going to click view cruises. So we're just going to pick that one particular cruise line. And now we're going to narrow it down even more. As you can see, it's just bringing up all the cruises. There's Scarlet Lady, their Valiant Lady, Resilient Lady, and then their most recent cruise line is the Brilliant Lady. They have 4 lady ships, okay? So we're going to pick departure date. We're going to pick very specifically April because that was when that tour, that cruise was set to sail, which I'm still going, even though I don't have my group. Okay, so we're going to click on that. We're just going to pick the whole month, and it should bring up. Okay, and then we're going to click the ship. So there's 4 ships, and we're going to click Brilliant Lady. And once we click on that ship, it will bring up all the tour dates for that month for that particular ship. So our ship, the cruise was the 7-night Hollywood Sunsets and Mexican Horizons. The new ship, adults only. It's an adults only cruise line, meaning persons over the age of 18, no children, no minors. Okay, and this ship, lady ship, will be departing from San Pedro, Los Angeles, California. Okay, so that will be where the ship will depart. Okay, so that will be departure and embarkation. Okay, and this is the ports of call for this particular ship: Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, Maltazalan, Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and the sailing dates are going to be April the 26th through May the 3rd. Okay, so I'm just going to just show you the itinerary so you can see it. Okay, if you click on itinerary, it'll tell you departure, and then you have a day at sea, and then you're in Cabo, and then they have you the arrival, departure time, and then you have Malzat land, Malzat land, Mexico, and Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. You have the arrival and departure days, and then you have 2 sea days, and then you're back at your San Pedro, Los Angeles. So if you're living in, I think you say you live in Arizona, you would, drive. I don't know how far of a drive from Arizona to St. Pedro, Los Angeles. I think it would be you probably would need to fly. But yeah, you could, but this is the port of call. Okay. And then it tells you your package, what it all includes, and it includes onboard accommodations, all meals, including food, delivery of your choice, sparkling water, non-pressed juice, soda, teas, drip coffee, onboard entertainment, and Wi-Fi. Just basic Wi-Fi is included. It does not include your airfare, transfers, specialty coffees, alcoholic beverages, or shore excursions. However, the government fees and taxes are included. So you would, have to still pay the gratuities. And if you want to sign up for any excursions and things like that, those are extra like per diem uh, fees that you would be paying. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of you had another question about double occupancy. Okay. As you can see, this is telling you here, this is the average price per person. Okay, you got the interior, which is meaning there's a room with there's no windows where you can see out into the ocean. Okay, then you have the ocean view where there's a like a peekaboo window or a panoramic view where you actually see into the ocean, and then you have the balcony where you have a door you can go out and you literally can breathe in the ocean air. And then they have suites, which are more upscale and higher prices. Um, and this is per person. Now I can tell you because this is their new ladyship. I mean, it's just like if you buy a new car, you're going to get that high market value price because it's a new hot thing. And then over time, the prices typically will go down. I see typically after like 6 months on the market per se, going into the second year, that's when you start seeing some of the prices go down a little bit. But because this cruise departure date is uh, departing within the next 120 days, you're kind of out of that window where once you book your cruise after the 120-day mark, you don't have an option of just paying your deposit. Say you booked this cruise 6 months ago, you could have just paid the deposit and then you just could have, spaced it out where you had a certain time where you could pay the remaining balance in full via, flex pay options and, things of that nature. But because in this case, if you're still interested in going on this cruise, you would have to pay the entire balance. But you will have the option if you want to use flex pay where you can pay the payments, over time and in installments, you can certainly do that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to select this particular cruise. Okay, and since I'm going to be very specific, we're going to put one person because I know you said you were interested in how much would it be if you just traveled yourself without your buddy or your companion. Okay, so let me just plug in this. Okay, so you just plug it in for one person, okay? Okay, and then you can see it's going to tell you what rooms are available for a solo traveler. There's no more interior rooms available because again, this is sort of like last minute, okay? You have the ocean view, balcony, and the suites, and they said the balcony is recommended. So for you, this would be the rate you would be paying without a roommate. And it tells you, it gives you your option. You got this is what they call an Ocean View non-refundable locked-in rate, meaning you pick this one and you don't pick your room. What happens is you get that good rate, and then within like the day of or 24 hours, they'll assign you a room. Okay. That's where you lock in that rate. And then you can see because there's a big difference. Now, if you pick the sea view, you actually pick your room. You pick your own room. And you can see the price difference. It's about $500 that you're saving, or you're going to be paying $500 more. Okay. And then that's for the ocean view where you just have that little peekaboo window view. And then this is a balcony. So again, this is a non-refundable lock it in rate. You don't pick the room, but they pick it for you, but you get a better rate. But if you pick your room for the balcony, this is what you would be paying. Again, it's this one's even more. It's about almost $700. So there's a big difference. Okay, and these are just the options. There's the C tiers, the central tiers, and then you have the extra large tiers. So, again, it just all depends what your accommodations you're wanting. And then when you go into the suites are the top of the line, I would say. This is a boutique type of ladyship. All the suites are, on a higher price because you're paying for a suite versus, just a standard double occupancy room. And you can see just for one person, that is what you would be paying for a suite. And this is what they have left. Um, and this is the Mega Rockstar Quarters, the gorgeous suite, and they got the posh suite, and I think this is probably um, the most expensive suite on the ship. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just pick, let's say we're going to pick the C tiers. We're going to pick the C tiers and let you pick your room. So we click on that and you can actually book your room directly through my website. I'm just kind of walking you through it if you decide to do that, or I can help you book it. Okay, so what happens is it tells you, okay, you picked your room. For one person, this would be your total charges, including taxes and fees. $4,188. So just keep that number there. $4,188. Okay. Um, so when you see the green blinking lights, those are the rooms that are still available. So you can pick room 14310. Those are the rooms that you have an option of picking from on this floor. And then, as you can see, there's quite a few available. And then say you don't want to be on the 14th floor, say you want to see what's on the 13th floor. Maybe you have a fair height. You click on deck 13, and then whatever you see the blinking lights, that's where you select, your room. Okay. So you have that as an option. Okay. So again, if you decide you want to go solo, literally your buddy decided to bail out and you still want to, be a first-time cruiser for this particular destination, as I stated, I'll be there, so you can hang out with me. But this is your total amount that you would technically pay, or if you choose to pay monthly, if you click on this little tab here, it'll tell you what if you decided to do flex pay, an estimate of what you will be paying each month. Over time. And it gives you options if you want to do 12 months or I think 24 months. It gives you an option of what a plan you want. You can have a repayment term of 3 to 24 months. So you can pick 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, I think 18 months or 24 months. They give you a few options, just so you know, okay? All right, so I'm going to go back here. We're going to go back and I'm going to go back. And this time I'm going to select. So your buddy decided to go with you. So let's say we're going to pick it for two people. Okay. Okay. So your buddy he wants to tag along with you. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, again, this is still per person. No more interiors are available, but you got the ocean view, the balcony, and the suite. Okay. So we're going to pick the same room this time. But this time we're going to pick the same room. I think it was the C terrace, so we're going to select that. And as you can see, the pricing details for two guests is about $4,410. So in reality, I mean, So I believe as a solo traveler, your rate, including taxes and fees, was $4,188. Okay, so if your buddy decides to go, the total price for both of you would be $4,410. So the difference is what you're saving. I mean, it's about $222. So that's the difference. So it's always, to your benefit if you can, buddy up, or if you just prefer to travel solo, then, you just want to travel solo. Now, because this is a new ship, I mean the prices are higher than, because it's like a new market. It's a new lady ship. So the price is going to be really, really high because it's a new ship. Now, if you want to go on this same cruise, okay, but say you want to plan out and you want to plan it for next year. Say you want to plan it out for 2027. So we're going to click back here. And after a certain amount of time, the prices tend to, lower. And when you plan and you plan it in advance, meaning you don't plan at the last minute, this would be sort of like a last minute planning. So, the market rate is going to be high. But say you decide you want to take this trip, but you want to plan this for, let's say we plan it for, get to the next screen. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go back here. So what we'll do is go to the cruise line. We're gonna do Virgin Voyages, and then we're going to pick View Cruises. Okay, and then the date this time, and again, we're already booking. You can book into we're booking already in all the way up through April of 2028. But let's say you want to actually 26, 27. Yeah. Let's say you want to book this for April of 2028. I think they're booking through April of 2028. Let's see here. And you want to the same ship. Let's see here. We're going to pick. Oop, actually, I'll take that back. They're only booking through March of 2028. We haven't quite got that far. Um, yeah. Okay, so let's do April of 2027. Oh, I want April. Okay, we're gonna do 2027. Should bring something up. Okay, so we're gonna pick that same cruise, right? Oops, let me pick the right ship here. So we're gonna cruise Brilliant Lady. Okay, so this time we're gonna pick that same ship, same cruise, same destination, 7 nights, Hollywood Sunsets and Mexican Horizons, but we're gonna pick it for 2027. Okay, so we're gonna view it and you'll see a big difference in the price. So what we'll do is we'll pick that same date. You can see the rates are about the same for the whole month, right? Even you see the difference in the suite rates. The prices have decreased dramatically. Okay, so we're going to click this month. Okay, and okay, and now you can see for this one, because again, we're booking way in advance, we're planning in advance, you have availability for the interior ocean view balcony and the suites. Okay. And you can see the insider rate, and then you have the ocean view, what the rates are, and then it gives you a selection of, what the price is per person, double occupancy is. Okay. You can see it's a big difference in what you would pay. Okay, so let's say we're going to pick that same. Um, we're going to pick the sea terrace again. Okay, we're going to pick the balcony. So we're going to click that. Okay, so for you and your buddy, same trip, same destination. However, we're booking in advance. We're planning well in advance where you're not, having to pay the whole balance. You can just pay your deposit, and your total price is $3,130. So that's for you, your buddy, taxes and fees. Okay, so what is it? We were paying that amount. That was it, 410. So oops. So yeah, so the difference is about $1,280. So that's the difference in you booking now for this upcoming April versus waiting till next year at a later date. You're definitely saving more money, and instead of you and your buddy each paying over $2,000, you're only paying about 1565. So that's the difference. And then say if your buddy decided to bail out on you, right? And you just wanted to go yourself, um, it will actually give you an option. And it's going to, because we're booking in advance, it's actually going to show you, you can see you have interior, ocean view, balcony suites, and it's going to show you solo insiders because they actually have some available. It's actually going to say a solo insider for the interior, what you would pay. Um, And then ocean view, they have a solo sea view, what you would pay. Um, and then of course the balcony is just the sea terrace. So if you as an individual, this is what you would pay. Okay. If you pick that same room, it's about $2,918. So you save a little bit, a couple $100. So it's a little cheaper, but you end up, getting more value if you're able to find a roommate. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you so you can kind of see those options here. If you decide to book through my website, you can, like I said, go directly. You can directly go through the link through their webpage, or you can just click on it and find the cruise line here and click on it directly from my page. Or you can contact me. We can do another Zoom and I can literally walk you through it, whatever your option is. But I wanted to share this with you because, like you said, you had a lot of questions. Being a first time cruiser, I know you say your parents have been on cruises, Alaska, and things of that nature, but you've never gone. So hopefully this information was helpful to you, Aaron. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to send you this information, this video, with a few links for you to have. And if you have any future questions, or if I'm that travel agent that you choose to book with, I would greatly appreciate your business. But other than that, I don't have any additional information to share with you at this time. And other than, let's see if I do want to share one thing with you. Just give me 1 second. So this is just a flyer that may be helpful. It's just like, just what is your crew? Like, what type of cruiser you think you might be being a first time cruiser? Are you the adventurer? Are you the foodie? Are you the explorer? I mean, the couple, the relaxer, the family friendly traveler. You can kind of figure out, what type of cruiser you are. I think I'm a mixture of all of them. Just an FYI, just all depends. Um, so I just wanted to share that with you. And I also wanted to share with you. mm, And these are top reasons to use a travel agent. Okay. I wanted to share that with you. And the first one is, we find the best prices. You benefit by getting the best prices in our great service. Offers where we get offers and deals you won't find anywhere else. Okay, that's the bottom line. We give you lots of options. We make sure each piece in your trip meets your specific needs. Number four is knowledge. We've been there, done that. We share our knowledge with you, our experience. Number five, we know first. We are the first to know about new resorts, cruise ships, or tours. Itineraries, we're here to help you find your perfect travel plans. Number seven, time savings. We'll save you time. The average trip takes about 5 hours to book. So, if you don't want to figure that out yourself, I'm here to help you book your trip. Okay. Number eight, helping you. We act on your behalf. If you run into any issues, we're here. We will speak directly to the suppliers, to the cruise lines, whomever, the hotel you're staying at. We'll try to help you as much as we can. And number nine, understanding. We will get to know you so we can help you plan your dream vacation. And last but not least, savings. There's a big myth that we cost you more money. And the fact of the matter is, we can actually save you time and money. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you, Aaron. Like I said, if you have any future questions, you can go to my website. You can send me an email or you can send me another message and I will, try to reach out to you as fast as I can. All righty. Well, thank you for your time. You take care. And hopefully, Bridget Cochran, hopefully I'll be able to make your dream vacation the reality. You have a great day. God bless. Bye bye.